Well, that wasn't spam, that was Breezy. Want me to come check her brooder, make sure she got everything like it should be. And so that's where I'm headed now. And I'll be back in a little while, guys. So anyway, I want to check her brooder. She has the chicks that were sent to her, the older chicks. And then Steph hatched her off some chicks and hatched me off some chicks. And I told Bree, I said, if you'll, I know, Johnny, you're out, but I'll watch you. These guys said, why can Johnny go out, Pawpaw? And we can't, he was there. All right. But I'll bring Johnny back in there in a minute. Anyway, Steph said, I got you a few chicks too, Papa. And I said, well, send them to Bree, because Bree's going to use my brooder. And I would have nowhere to put them. So Bree is using my brooder for her chicks. And she's going to raise those 5 or 6, whatever it is Steph sent, for me until they get old enough I can put them out here in the chicken house. Then I'll move them over here, those 5 or 6. I don't want many. I got 7 hens, I believe. I don't need a bunch of chickens. And so that's where I'm headed.
You can keep riding.
See what you got going, kid.
Oh, are you okay? She fell off of her new scooter.
You ought to see what she did to me over there at my house. She left the tea bags or the tea box sitting there. She tore the tops off 2 boxes.
Well, she wanted to play.
Tea bags everywhere.
She likes tea. She was just trying to help
Well,
out.
that's what you need to start
She
feeding
thought
her.
y'all needed some tea in your
Maybe
house.
I'll sit in them bags with her and you can just feed her. Tea
All right,
bags.
Pop. I know
Oh, it looks
I know
good.
you can't walk, so let me move some stuff out.
Well, yeah, yeah, my little brooder's working out good, ain't it?
Yeah,
love
so here's what I wanted you to look at. These are the chicks I've had, okay?
Yeah, these are chicks you had.
There's
okay.
22 of them in there, and they're bigger.
Okay.
And then there's, I think, 16 in here,
These
and
are
they're
ones,
smaller.
Are these the ones Steph had?
Yeah, the black ones are yours. Mine are all the color. I think you got 5 black ones in there.
No, that's fine.
And all the rest of them are mine.
I want black chicks.
You like black chicks.
You know why?
Got it.
You know why? Because mine run out in the pasture, and hawks are not as apt to get a black chicken.
Oh, really?
Because they're afraid, they relate it to being a crow.
Huh.
And they're afraid of crows.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, see, there's a lot of things you don't know.
Well, mine will be in a closed-in.
And you got some black ones too.
Yeah, I've got a lot of black ones.
Okay, that's good.
So I got myself all yellow. So my question for you was, do you think I should move these bigger chicks, because there's a few more of them, over to that brooder? Or do you think that they'll have enough headspace in there?
Yeah, they got headspace. Now, I would leave them here, but I just keep making sure they don't get too hot.
Yeah.
That's the thing about being in a tub like
Come
this.
here.
But I'll be honest with you.
Come here, you little suckers.
I'll be honest with you. They're not that much bigger than these. Put one in here. They're not going to hurt these chicks.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I put
So
them
you
all
think
in
I
there.
could get a couple more of them out of there?
Yeah, you can do that. Take about 6 or 8 of them, throw them in here.
You don't think that they're big enough to trample any of the little...
No, and then in 2 or 3 days, take 6 or 8 more until you get them all over here.
Okay.
This will be a lot easier to deal with than down in that tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Make sure they're nice. Ask them.
Are y'all gonna be nice?
You gotta talk to them.
not?
You gotta talk to them as individuals. You can't talk to a group of chickens.
Are you gonna be nice, baby? What about you? Are you gonna be sweet? Okay.
She's so gullible. So gullible. You tell her anything, she believes
I am
it.
making them love me right now. I'm gonna have friendly chicks. They're gonna flock to me and just sit all over me. They're gonna love me so
You know what else they're gonna do all over you?
Okay, you don't love me.
You know what
don't
else they're
love
gonna
me.
do on you? Chickens are notorious for pooping on people.
Not my chickens. They're
Just
gonna
like-
have manners.
Just like seagulls. You go
My
down to the
chickens
beach.
are gonna have manners.
You go down to the beach and see what
They're
happens.
gonna go to a designated potty area. I know it.
Yeah, I think if you put just a few at a time over here, you'll be able to transfer them all. And this is a good place, this brooder. I like this brooder being in here. So whenever I hatch off a bunch of guineas, hey.
Oh no,
You can
chicken math, I get it, it's a thing. I'm not taking on your guineas.
But baby, they're sweet little guys. You don't see them run across my yard.
I see them run across your yard and my yard, and you get them dang white guineas, and when they drop feathers, it looks like trash everywhere.
I don't like white guineas. It does look like trash blowing through your yard. It's a white feather.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, we'll see you later.
You're doing a good job. Yeah, just keep transferring them over.
You think that big brooder is going to be enough space for all 30-something of them?
I had 40 guineas in mind for quite a while.
Those bigger ones in 4 weeks or so will be going out to a coop anyway.
I think they'll probably be good for 4 weeks, and therefore we take the bigger ones out.
Yeah, okay.
And when mine get grown and start laying, call me, I'll come get them.
Yeah, right.
Hey, guys.
Convenient, huh?
Yeah. Hey, guys. Well, that's the cost of using that brooder. Hey, baby girls, baby boy. You got it going, boy.
I got it going.
You got it going.
I think.
Where's that wall going?
Well, it's starting on the edge and just go all the way on the front.
Right, you get ready to raise it, Holly. Get some people help you raise it up.
Yeah, when my dad gets home, it's going to be me, Lissa, Bree, Laramie.
Oh,
I guess my mom.
You gonna have siding on it already?
No, not yet. So we're going to do the front wall, and then we're going to do the roof, and then the side walls, and then dry it
What
in.
you been volunteering
What?
me for over
Hey,
here?
seriously.
You're helping me stand up the wall.
I'm serious. When I was building houses, there was 3 of us. And we'd build the whole wall and put sidings, windows, and everything in it and stand it up.
Yeah, he told me to frame out the windows, but we hadn't even looked at what kind of windows we want yet, so I can't do that. So we're going to have to frame the windows after we stand it.
That's gonna throw your studs off, like from room to room to room, I guess. Well, you can always add one. You can always add a stud.
Yeah, you just gotta add them, and then you do like, what do they call, like a king stud, a jack stud, a whatever all the different studs are.
Hey, you got it. I ain't over here trying to tell you your business. You got a good job going. It looks good. Looks good.
I'm doing this. It's too hot. I had to wait till it got 85 outside to start.
Oh yeah, you can't get up and get out here early. You got to wait about 10 o'clock before you show up. All right, bud.
You're gonna come home?
That calf is beautiful. Miracle. Even though she doesn't like cows, she liked Moses long enough to produce a beautiful little baby. And I mean beautiful. And it loves those dogs. And those dogs love it. All right, Heidi. We got things. You got your friends back, huh? Got your friends back. I know. You actually, you've been missing them, had you? Yeah. I know you have. I know you have. I'm glad they're back. Okay. I'm glad they're back. I love you. You know that, right? Good thing about her being right here, you know, I can come by here anytime during the day I want to. Even when she's out in that Paxton Village, I can drive out there and just visit with her, love on her. So we're not like separated anymore. You know, she's here. She's at home. She'll always be here. Never gonna go to where are you, girl? No, ma'am. Paul promised you that. Never gonna go nowhere. I love you. I do. You wanna kiss the camera? You wanna kiss the camera? That's just Skippy over there. He ain't gonna bother you. Yeah, all of her friends are back. She's happy. In a little while, Bria put her out there with Billy now. And she'll be even more happy. You'll be even more happy, won't you, baby? Yes, you will. You'll even be more happy. I know. I love you. Mwah. I love you. I love you. Yep, I do. All right. Come on, Kip, we got chores to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. My time visiting with them guys in jail, checking on the chicks for Bree, my babysitting experience, and my little bit visit with Miracle, Ivy, and my little visit here with Amy. Now I've got to start putting them boxes back where they go. Yeah, I know. Bree says, "I'll come help you, Pawpaw." Yeah, all right. I love you guys. This morning, actually it's noon, I'm gonna set this old hay on fire and try to burn as much of this out I can. It's not gonna go nowhere. We got green grass over there at the goat pen, and we got green grass all out here, so it's not gonna go nowhere. And plus, the wind's out of the southeast, so it's gonna be blowing toward those goats and not back toward the barn. So it shouldn't be a problem. And I'm gonna pull up some of that old string and don't burn and get it kind of ready for Steph to come down on Friday and plow it for me. And she said she can come Friday, and I said, well, if you come early, I'll be here. I have to leave about noon to go get Lex. Oh yeah, and by the way, today, March the 1st, is Lex's birthday. I sent him a message this morning, happy birthday, and I love him. And he won't say I love you back. He'll say, Lou, you too. In other words, love you too. And he does G the same way. Lou, you too. Lou, you too. And where's y'all's friend at? They got there's 4 of them. That's the same 4 that it sometimes gets on the wrong side of the pen, and then they get all separated. But there's 4 of them that hang together. And anyway, I'm gonna get busy with this here. I've got it burning, and it's gonna do great. It's blowing this away, and I can't go nowhere. And I started next to the barn, so it'll burn away from the barn. And the goats over there eating their hay. They had their grain, and they're eating some hay I give them. And they got another roll of hay down here, and they've been feeding on it too. Plus, this grass is coming out pretty good. You know, if I feed them grain, even when it's summer, and I always do anyway, feed them some. You know, I'm able to let them out every day, like I was talking about. You know, for a couple of hours a day and hang with them, then I'll be fine with them. I've got some feelers out. I guess you call them feelers. Different folks been looking for babies. Not infants, goats, but you know, teenagers. Well, I say teenagers when they wean them. Unless they have twins, and somebody wants a bottle baby, I'll let one of the twins go. And if it's a single baby, then it needs to probably nurse its mama till it weans. And then I'll find a good home for it. I'll try to keep them gentle as I can. Naturally, the bottle babies will be gentler because, you know, they relate, whoever's giving them that bottle is their mama. You know, talking about that for a minute, that's kind of a thing you run into sometimes, like with Miracle. Remember how she did with her baby? Had no interest in it, didn't care to keep a baby. She wanted to be back with Ivan and those goats. It's because she was raised that way. Now, you can raise, you take Myra, for instance. She's 6 months old. Well, when she gets 6 months old, and Bree takes her out and puts her in this pasture that Jake and him are fencing off, that's going to be plenty of time for her to adjust that she is a cow. And one day when she's grown, she'll breed and she'll have a baby just like normal and take care of it. Miracle never had that type of upbringing. She raised in there on a bottle. Ivan drinking out of a bucket side by side, and Moki on her bottle. all three of them together. They grew up like that, and they hung out together. So Miracle don't really relate herself with being of a cow species. she don't understand that. Now, she got bred. She, like Moses, I make a joke about it, she liked Moses just long enough to get bred. And that may have been more Moses than her. But the problem is, once all that was over, it was back with Ivy, back with her goats. So that's something I'll probably have to guard against from now on. I'll probably have to make sure she, at that time of the, when she's wanting to be bred or whatever, I'll have to probably pin her up for those few days, you know, and let that pass before I let her back out, at least out in this big pasture. So, because I think sometimes animals that are raised with other animals and not their own species tend to think that they're that other animal. I remember as a boy, I'll make this a quick story, we had rabbit hounds. We run rabbits. Nothing funner than running rabbits with beagle hounds, little beagles. We had several beagles. And they would run them rabbits. And the funny thing about a rabbit, you take your dogs in the woods. You learn this after a while. You take your dogs in the woods and they jump a rabbit. You know, they find his trail, they jump him. If you'll just stand right there, that rabbit will come back to where he started. It's kind of crazy. You give him time, he'll come back, because he'll take them dogs on a big circle. But anyway, make that sense out of the story. We had a goat I'd raised, one little goat. Friend gave it to us, Mr. Bohannon. Old Nanny had 2 or 3 and she couldn't take care of them, so he gave me one. We had church one time. He says, I got a little goat, you come back and get it. So we did. And we raised it with those beagles. I mean, it was on a bottle. It was raised in that dog pen. And believe it or not, you let them dogs out, let them run rabbits, that goat would run right with them. Those dogs are going through the woods going, bow, wow, wow, wow. You know how dogs do, woof, 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 however you want to make that sound. And that goat's running with him going, bah, bah, bah. And he had no idea what he was doing, but he's hanging out with his friends. He never left his friends. And if that rabbit wasn't a hole and those dogs were standing there barking at the hole, that goat's standing there and bad at that same hole. It's the funniest thing you ever seen. Yeah, my dad got so many laughs out of that. Yeah, well, we all did. All right, that's just a little story went with that. It's starting to kind of burn down. I got some string here I couldn't pull up. I'll have Steph hook that plow in it and drag it out of there, and that's caused from procrastination, folks, in case you don't know why that string is still there. Procrastination. Anyway, we'll get it up. But I'm gonna mark it out far after all this dies down. I'll mark out where I want her to plow. I'm not gonna plow the whole thing. I don't need the whole thing. I don't think I can be able to work the whole thing. Because most of my plants are gonna be in pot plants. Potted plants. I get warned, don't say pot plants, pop, all the police will show up. Potted plants, vegetables in potted plants, in case they're listening. Most of them be like that, except for my cucumbers and my squash and maybe okra, if I do okra. That'd be in regular rows. But I've got that cloth. I bought, and I'll show it to you in a minute. 50-foot rolls of it, and it's 3 foot wide, and I'll roll it out, weight it down with some dirt or whatever, make my little row and plant my seeds, and I'll lay the other one piece down just wide enough for that little area where the seeds are to be exposed. And I just go across like that. Each time there's a seam, I'll make a row of something. That way I keep the grass out of it, I think, a lot easier. I'm gonna got some drip lines, some drip water lines I'm gonna put down on my cucumbers. The other I can water easy enough with a water hose. So we'll do it that way. And I may get some more of that drip line, I don't know. I know what we're gonna do, those 2 rows of drip line. All right, let's get where you can't see out here. You ready, Eddie? Let's go. Let's go, baby. Come on. No, hang on. Doggone, I should have knew it. I should have knew it. I should have knew it. She's wet. No, Heidi, please, baby. Look at you, honey. Honey, honey, honey. Look at you. Soaking wet on Pawpaw's seats. I should have knew when I'm working, you're going to be in the pond. I should have knew it. I should have knew. Okay. Lay it right underneath you, okay? That'll sop up what drips. I don't want to ride around for a while, Heidi. We gotta go check the pastures with a wet butt, okay? All right, let's go.